Hi everybody, my name is Joey Feith. I'm the founder of thephysicaleducator.com. I am also a phys ed teacher here in Montreal, Canada, where I teach at St. George's School of Montreal. And this is the ScopeVlog. The ScopeVlog is my daily reflection vlog that I do on Periscope and later upload onto YouTube. And it's really a tool that I use to kind of reflect on my teaching, share some ideas, and just kind of give people a window into what happens inside my gym. Now, if you're new to the ScopeVlog, every day of the week there's a different theme. So on Mondays, I go over my weekly intentions. Tuesday, we talk about tech. Wednesdays, I share any research I'm reading up on. And on Thursdays, which is today, I try and share one big idea, something that I've been using in my teaching that I really like, that I feel like other people might enjoy too. And today, we're talking about my magnetic rubric boards. So here's the idea. When I'm teaching, I find one of the biggest issues that I have, or one of the biggest challenges that I have, is the fact that my students oftentimes go out into the practice activities, whatever it may be, and they kind of lose track of the why behind what our lesson is. Even if I present it with my what, why, how, which I'll talk about on another vlog, they go out and they just kind of get distracted and they completely lose sight as to why we're doing those activities. What are the skills we're looking on? What are the skills that we are working on? What is the knowledge that we're trying to develop? Whatever it may be. So for a while now, I've been trying to figure out, okay, how could I quickly do fast self-assessment, fast peer assessment, and fast teacher-student assessment on the go? And here's what I came up with. Now, I want to let you know that this is not something that's necessarily brand new. I see a lot of teachers doing this with Post-its, and I tried Post-its, but they kept falling off, and I felt like I was wasting a lot of Post-its. So here's what I've done. I have a big whiteboard in my gym. And on that whiteboard, what I like to do is I like to write down my rubric. So for example, if we were working on attacking an open space, we would have 4 levels. Now, these 4 levels are levels that I got, the language I got from them are from Sarah Hartman, who's an amazing phys ed teacher. I'll link to her Twitter profile down below if you're watching this on YouTube. But the 4 levels is starting off, you start off at not yet. So not yet is when you're first developing, that's your level 1. When you're first developing the skill, first developing the knowledge, you haven't quite mastered it yet. Level 2 is getting there. So you started to pick up some knowledge, you started to develop the skill a little bit, and you're starting to get onto the right track. Level 3 is got it. That means that you're on the right track, you know what you're doing, you're applying the knowledge, you're applying the skill, you're doing pretty good. But then there's level 4, which is wow. So wow is when you're really knocking it out of the park, you're going above and beyond what's expected of you at your grade level, and you're really putting on an amazing show. So for an example here, I don't have my whiteboard with me, but I wrote it on paper. So this is what my whiteboard would look like. So I'd have the 4 levels up here. And then what I would do is I would have on the whiteboard a whole bunch of magnets just like this guy right here. Okay, now let me explain these magnets for a second. These are round magnets that I bought on Amazon. They're Elmer magnets. I think I got 50 for like $8. And for the longest time, what I wanted to do is I wanted to print out little pictures of my kids' faces and put them on there, and then have a class set, or a set for each class. I tried that. It failed miserably. It was really complicated. I kept losing magnets. Didn't work out so good. So here's what I did instead. You'll see that each set of magnets here, if I show you all of them, I've got them in 4 different colors, and they're all numbered, okay? So they each got a number. And those numbers are important because in our class, we also use Plickers cards. And if ever you've used Plickers cards before, you'll know that there are numbers associated with Plickers cards. So at the beginning of the year, what I did is I created posters like this for each class. This is my grade 6 class. Usually the names are on the photos too, but I removed that since I'm showing this online. So I don't know if you can see that there. Those are my Plickers posters. So each kid's face is there with a number. I'm going to try and zoom in here a bit. I'm running out of hands. Oh, I've lost it. So each kid's face is there with a number associated to their face. And we use this number for a lot of things. We use it for when we are using Plickers. We use it for when we're using our pedometers. And for the magnets, it's the same kind of thing, where each kid is associated a number, and that number represents that kid. Now, when we're in class and we're working on whatever outcome it may be, we have our learning roadmap, which is what I call the rubrics with the kids. And we have our 4 levels, and kids would go to the whiteboard and place the magnet underneath the level where they believe they currently are at. Throughout the class, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get their magnet to go from over here to over here. Now that's when I have the kids doing self-assessment, but it's really easy too for me to do this as a teacher. If I'm seeing something and it's like, okay, yeah, you're over here, or you put yourself here, but you have to move it out. With the magnets, it's super simple, just sliding it across the magnet board, and I've got all these magnets spread out, and it works great. The colors, by the way, the reason I did the 4 colors, it makes it so much easier for the kids to quickly find their number. Instead of having to read every number, they know, okay, well, I know my number is red, so they'll just look at the red ones and they'll find it quickly. So quick little magnet boards, magnets like that. I also use it for when we're working on skills and we have critical elements for those skills. So on the same board, same thing, I would have the 5 critical elements for whatever skill it is. So if grade 3 we're working for jumping for distance, these are the 5 critical elements. And when the kids go out into their practice activity, I'll ask them, okay, well, which critical element are you currently focusing on in order to improve your jumping? And then the kids get to select which critical element they're working on, place it there, and then I know exactly what kind of feedback or what I'm looking for when I go over and give them some feedback or if I'm assessing them. So, quick little idea. Again, the magnets I just picked up on Amazon. They're Elmer magnets. The stickers are Avery stickers, which again I think I got a pack. I think it was like $6 for a whole bunch of round magnets or a whole bunch of round stickers. Just stick those on there. Have the magnets on the board. At the end of the class, what I do to collect is that I'll just snap a picture with my iPad of the board, and then I'll go through and fill that out in the self-assessment or the peer assessment or the teacher assessment categories. Just really fast. It makes it really simple to kind of go do assessment on the fly in phys ed, and I want to share that with you today for the first ever Big Idea Thursday. So I'm keeping the vlog really short. Oh, here. How many do I have in class? So with my grade 1 and 2 classes, I have 24. I have 24 kids in grade 1, 26 kids in grade 2. For my grade 3 and 6 classes, I have 16 kids in each of those groups. So yeah, so again, it just goes really quickly, and it's just been a really good system. Now, just to let you know, one thing I did want to say, I'm trying to keep this one short, but now I'm getting carried away. I did this the other day when I got evaluated by my the head of curriculum at school. She came in, she observed my teaching, and I wanted to show her the magnet board. Do you do this with every unit? Not. Well, the thing is, I just started this not too long ago, but I definitely will be doing it with every unit. In the past, I would just have kids, I'd have the rubric up on the board, and the kids would just tell me which one they're working at. This system here is way better than that. It's way better than me trying to juggle all that information around in my head. I just keep it on the board, and then I can refer to it at any time. So that's really great. By the way, I love these live questions. If you have any more questions, just keep asking them, because I really like having this live interaction. When I got observed, my head of curriculum thought this was a really cool idea. She said, why don't you have kids define each level? So get the kids to kind of figure out what each level looks like. Now, usually, at that class there I was being observed, it was with the grade 2 class, which is a little energetic, and we kind of keep things rolling. But usually with other classes, we will actually talk about, okay, what does each level look like? But oftentimes it does come from me. There's a lot of power in having the kids define what a level 1, what a level 2, what a level 3, what a level 4 looks like. So that's definitely something that I want to add to this as I move forward in my teaching. Anyways, that's it. Quick little idea. I'll link to the magnets that I bought in the comments below on YouTube and the stickers as well. What was it? Ball sticks? Oh yeah, they're back there. Yeah, I keep that all the time. I'll link to all this stuff below. I'll also link to Sarah's profile, and maybe I'll share one of my learning roadmaps so you can see what it looks like as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the Scope vlog. I hope you had a fantastic day teaching, and I will see you tomorrow. Friday, I'll be reflecting on my whole week, letting you know everything that went well this week and everything that did not go well this week, which I have plenty to share in both categories. So have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.